Welcome to Bank of CoinX, top 3 US Washington quarter dollar coins, worth $33,000 each. The reason? Major mint errors. Let's break them down. Have you ever imagined that a strange-looking 1982 Washington quarter could secretly be worth over $17,000? Most people would spend it without a second glance, but collectors are hunting for one unusual version nicknamed the Black Washington Quarter. And some examples have shocked the coin market with unbelievable prices. Back in 1982, the United States Mint was going through a difficult transition period. Coin production was massive, quality control was inconsistent, and something unusual started happening to a small number of Washington quarters. Some coins developed an extremely dark or nearly black appearance because of improper metal exposure, environmental reactions, or rare minting issues. While many dark coins are simply damaged, a few are tied to genuine mint errors that collectors pay serious money for. The 1982 quarter was also important for another reason. Proof sets were not officially released that year, meaning high-quality examples became harder to find over time. That alone increased collector attention. Here's where things get interesting. The minting process for these quarters involved copper-nickel-clad metal being pressed under enormous pressure by steel dies. When something went wrong during striking, the result could create dramatic errors that collectors love. One of the most famous is the die crack error. These cracks appear like raised lightning lines across the surface of the coin. Minor examples can sell for around $80 to $300, but larger dramatic cracks on dark-toned 1982 quarters have reached over $1,500 in strong condition. Then there's the off-center strike. This happens when the coin blank shifts during production, leaving part of the design missing. Small off-center errors may bring $150 to $500, while bold examples with visible dates can climb above $3,000. Another major discovery is the doubled die error. On these coins, parts of the lettering or date appear slightly doubled because of die misalignment during creation. Sharp doubled die quarters from 1982 have sold anywhere from $700 to over $6,000. Especially when professionally graded. But the rarest pieces are often the struck-through errors. These happen when grease, debris, or foreign material gets between the die and the coin during striking. The result can create mysterious missing details and strange black surfaces. Exceptional examples have pushed close to that shocking $17,000 level at major auctions. Condition changes everything. A heavily worn quarter might only be worth face value, but the same error in mint state condition can multiply in price dramatically. Coins graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC often command far higher prices because collectors trust authenticated examples. So before you ignore a dark 1982 Washington quarter hiding in an old jar or pocket change, look carefully. That strange black color might not be damage at all. It could be the next hidden treasure collectors are desperately searching for. A dusty 1994 Washington quarter once stunned collectors after reaching nearly $11,000 at auction, and nobody noticed its secret at first. It looked like an ordinary quarter pulled from circulation. That's exactly why coin hunters are still searching for them today. Picture the mid-1990s. America was flooded with vending machines, payphones, laundromats, and arcade games. Quarters moved through millions of hands every single day. The US Mint was producing coins at intense speed, and under that pressure, rare mistakes quietly escaped into circulation. That's where the treasure hunt begins. The 1994 Washington quarter was struck using copper-nickel-clad metal. Massive steel dies slammed into coin blanks with enormous force, imprinting George Washington's portrait in a fraction of a second. But when even the tiniest mechanical issue appeared, strange and valuable errors were born. One of the first errors collectors watch for is the die crack variety. These cracks look like raised lines cutting across the coin's surface, almost like tiny lightning bolts. Smaller die crack quarters can sell for around $75 to $250, while dramatic full-length cracks on high grade examples have crossed $1,000. Then there's the highly visible off-center strike. This happens when the blank shifts during the strike, leaving part of the design missing. Minor off-center coins may sell for $150 to $500, but stronger examples with clear dates and major displacement can climb beyond $3,000. but experienced collectors pay closest attention to the doubled die error. On these quarters, letters or numbers appear slightly doubled because of problems during die creation. Some 1994 doubled die quarters have sold between $900 and $4,500, especially when the doubling is sharp around Liberty or the date. And then comes one of the strangest discoveries: the struck-through error. Grease, debris, or foreign material accidentally interferes with the strike, leaving missing details or distorted surfaces. Unusual struck-through quarters with dramatic appearances have sold from $200 to over $6,000. But here's what truly changes the game: condition. A damaged quarter found in circulation may only hold small collector value, but a nearly perfect coin graded by PCGS or NGC can multiply in price fast. Bright luster, sharp details, and untouched surfaces turn ordinary coins into auction targets. So before you toss aside another 1994 Washington quarter, take a closer look under the light. Hidden among everyday change could be a forgotten mint era that collectors have been hunting for decades, and the next discovery might still be waiting in someone's pocket right now. A single 1987 Washington quarter shocked collectors after selling for nearly $16,000. And the craziest part is that similar coins may still be hiding in ordinary pocket change. Most people see a quarter. Treasure hunters see a possible jackpot. In 1987, the US Mint produced millions of Washington quarters during a fast-moving era of coin production. Vending machines, arcades, and cash registers were everywhere, meaning quarters were constantly circulating. Because production moved at such high speed, tiny mistakes slipped past inspectors. And those mistakes are exactly what collectors chase today. What makes the 1987 quarter exciting is that many valuable examples don't look dramatic at first glance. Some of the rarest pieces appear completely normal until magnification reveals hidden flaws. Created during the minting process, every quarter started as a copper-nickel blank, before being struck between heavy steel dies under intense pressure. If the die shifted, cracked, or carried debris, the result could become a collector's dream. One of the most searched for errors is the die crack variety. These cracks create raised lines running through Washington's portrait or across the eagle design. Smaller examples usually sell between $60 and $250, but bold multi-crack specimens in high grade can climb above $900. Then there's the mysterious off-center strike. Imagine a quarter entering the press slightly misaligned. The design gets pushed off the edge, leaving part blank. Minor off-center pieces can bring $100 to $400, while dramatic examples with a visible full date have sold for more than $2,500. Now the hunt gets serious. The doubled die error is one collectors inspect carefully. On these coins, parts of the lettering or numbers appear doubled because the die itself was improperly prepared. Strong examples from 1987 have reached prices from $800 to over $5,000 depending on clarity and preservation. But the strangest coins are often the struck-through errors. These happen when grease, cloth fibers, or debris interrupt the strike, creating ghost-like missing details. Some unusual struck-through quarters with dramatic appearances have sold between $1,500 and $7,000. And then comes the factor that changes everything: condition. A worn error coin may only attract small offers, but a sharply preserved example graded by PCGS or NGC can explode in value. Mint state surfaces, clean luster, and strong strikes turn ordinary-looking quarters into elite collector targets. So the next time a 1987 Washington quarter lands in your hand, don't spend it too quickly. Somewhere out there, another hidden error coin could still be waiting to turn 25 cents into a 5-figure discovery.